Montalvo Broadcasting Network. Support MBN, Montalvo Broadcasting Network, and shop with us over at Montalvo Store. Go to ebay.com and search in the advanced search. Type in Montalvo Store. Now support Montalvo Broadcasting Network. We have a wide array of books on conspiracy, apparel, and much more. Support your favorite radio station, Montalvo Broadcasting Network, by visiting Montalvo Store on ebay.com.
With SRN News, I'm Ron DeRockstrow.
Wow. You having a good time? Members of Congress, members of my cabinet, and my fellow Americans, the First Lady and I are delighted to welcome you to the second annual Salute to America.
And with that, Washington, D.C.'s official 4th of July celebration began earlier this evening. The President and First Lady watched an historical flyover of aircraft that provided offensive and defensive support in wars and deterrence of hostility in peace. The show was capped by formation flights from the Navy Blue Angels and the Air Force Thunderbirds tonight, the fireworks finale. Also at srnnews.com, with pen in hand, President Trump signed into law a temporary extension of a subsidy program for small businesses battered by the coronavirus.
The legislation extends the June 30 deadline for applying for the program to August 8. Lawmakers created the program in March and have modified it twice since, adding money on one occasion and more recently permitting more flexible use of the funding. About $130 billion of $660 billion approved for the program remains eligible for businesses to seek direct federal subsidies for payroll and other costs such as rent through the Paycheck Protection Program. Ken Lorman reporting.
Florida reported a record number of coronavirus cases today. The latest sign, the virus is surging in many parts of the U.S. Officials and health authorities are warning people to take precautions or simply stay home today as the confirmed cases are climbing in 40 states. Heavy rain in southern Japan triggered flooding and mudslides, leaving more than a dozen people presumed dead, about 10 missing, and dozens stranded on rooftops in 2 prefectures. This is SRN News. A big dose of Darwinism is being given to public school students.
A study released by a journal that promotes comprehensive science education finds that the average number of class hours devoted to teaching the theory of evolution to America's children rose by 60% from 2007 to 2019. Meanwhile, creationism has largely fallen by the wayside. The report finds that 82% of teachers say they never teach creationism or intelligent design. That's up from 75% who ignored it in 2007. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
A communist government campaign is slashing births among the minority Uyghurs of China's far west Xinjiang region, and with doing it with brutal efficiency. Beijing is forcing IUDs, abortions, and sterilizations on largely Muslim minorities and punishing parents who violate family planning measures by detaining them in camps and in prisons. This is SRN News. Statue vandalism overseas. The famed statue of Hans Christian Andersen's Little Mermaid, one of Copenhagen's biggest tourist draws, was marked with the text, "Racist fish."
The words were tagged on the stone on which the oft-attacked 5.4-foot-high bronze is sitting at the entrance of the Copenhagen harbor. No one has taken responsibility for the act. The statue is created in tribute to the Danish storyteller Andersen. It has long been a popular target for vandals who have blown her off her perch, beheaded her, and painted her. Last month, a statue in Copenhagen of a Danish missionary who was key to the colonization of Greenland was doused with red paint and the words, "decolonize." Patrick Frost reporting.
An annual study estimated the amount of e-waste that piled up globally in 2019 at 53.6 million metric tons. That's about as heavy as 350 cruise ships the size of the Queen Mary II. More details at srnnews.com.
Hello and welcome back. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show, July 4th Marathon Weekend. And communists are celebrating the 4th of July this year because America is crumbling. They have a reason to celebrate, while you doesn't have a reason to celebrate at all. With these Marxist dirtbags in the street burning American flags, the government not allowing people to go to church, but allowing them to go out and burn American flags. And you have retarded fools like brain-dead Biden, who think they're going to use the military to escort Trump out of the White House, when retarded Biden has all sorts of health secrets and health facts that the Democrats are hiding. They're hiding the real truth behind brain-dead Biden. Health freaking facts. Okay, the guy literally had a lobotomy. Okay, and communists are celebrating as America crumbles. On the 4th of July, you have the New World Order's greatest hoax being propagated, COVID-19. And the whole time you see dorks wearing masks everywhere. Ninja Turtle masks, little masks with frillies. Black people that don't know history talking about Black Lives Matter. Yeah, what about the Black Lives, the business, black people that have businesses, their lives? Do their lives matter? No, they close their business down, they close your business down, and they still expect you to celebrate the 4th of Comply, is what I'm calling it, the 4th of Comply. Most of these idiot Marxist protesters out there don't know that blacks were slave owners too. The first black slave owner was Anthony Johnson of Virginia. And I'm just wondering why blacks didn't burn down H&M, the clothing company, for calling them monkeys. Right? H&M had a little black kid in a green sweater that says coolest monkey in the jungle. They let that slide, right? But no, they got to get rid of Aunt Jemima and the cream of wheat guy. This is just retarded. This year is totally retarded. But the communists, like I said, they have a reason to celebrate. They're pushing their brain-dead president, Biden. And there's literally 3 things Trump has to do to win, to be selected all over again. 1, he's got to be hard on Biden. I said hard on. He's got to be hard on Biden. He's got to have a hard on for Biden by calling him brain-dead and just being meaner to Biden, I think. And this recent ad really pinpoints how Biden can't even speak. Let's listen to it right now. They need to play this ad. Trump needs to be meaner, and they need to play more anti-Biden ads. And of course, Trump needs to keep doing more rallies, like he just did coming off of Mount Rushmore. But you gotta listen to this ad. Biden can't even speak.
Does Joe Biden have the mental capacity to keep America safe?
We always love them. That's who we are.
Is Joe Biden making any sense?
Well, let him go. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
Does Joe Biden have dementia?
We can afford to do it. We can't afford not to do it. I'm going to beat Joe Biden.
In a world losing its mind, we don't need a president who's already lost his.
Welcome back to the Bruce Montalvo Show. The number to call, as always, is 480-382-8451. That's 480-382-8451. Brain Dead Biden said that we need to change the culture. He said we need to change the white man's culture. That, he was able to formulate that in one sentence. I mean, how retarded do you have to be Joe Biden? Change the white man's culture? Then why are you still here, Joe? I mean, he is so brain dead that he fails to realize that he's part of the white man's culture. So we need to change him. We need to change Joe, right? He doesn't even know who he's running against. He's running against Joe Biden. He said, Biden wakes up every morning, he looks at himself in the mirror, and he fails to realize one thing, that he is white. Duh. Okay, Biden's not even, he's not even white probably. He's probably a reptilian. That's why his skin is so tight and pulled back like a lizard. But in all seriousness, this guy is a brain-dead pedophile. And he wants to change the culture. He wants to make it socially acceptable to rape and fandango your children. Okay, but that's not going to happen because they put in the sleeper cell. They're bringing in the sleeper cell. According to World News Weekly, 2 Siamese kangaroos have finally mind-controlled Kanye West and have him ready to be the Manchurian candidate, to have the black vote go to him so that brain-dead Biden loses. That's right, 2 Siamese kangaroos have mind-controlled Kanye West to run for president in 2020. That's right. You see what Biden does to little girls' nipples? He tunes them like he's tuning a radio station. I mean, it's just preposterous for anyone to think that brain-dead Joe Biden can beat Donald Trump and become president. It's retarded, actually. I need you to listen to me on your record player every night. No, that's not happening. Donald Trump's going to kick Joe Biden's brain-dead ass. This guy is brain dead. Okay, we're talking about record players. I mean, do you remember what he said? He's talking about record players, about listening to Biden on record players. How outdated is this guy? Is he a time traveler? What is he, traveling back to the year 1958 constantly? I mean, what the hell, man? Record players? Really, Biden? I mean, this guy is seriously brain dead beyond anything I've ever heard of, Joe Biden. But Trump might also be brain dead because he goes on Mount Rushmore and he says that American history and America's statues will never be erased or taken down. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Indians are changing their name. The Redskins are changing their name to the Washington Reptilians. And that's fine, right? The Washington Reptilians, you never see any Redskins in Washington. But there are plenty of reptilians in Washington, so, Trump's lying about statues. The statues are coming down, and history's being erased. Trump can't even have a fireworks show without attracting all the zombies. We hate him. We hate this country. Let's burn the American flag. They're allowing them to burn the American flag. I mean, yeah, it's your freedom of speech, but you're not allowed to go to church this year, but they're allowed to kill people, loot, burn cities down, and burn this country down pretty much. I mean, now the libtards have successfully banned the Washington Redskins and the Cleveland Indians also. I mean, what else? What else? Who else is going to be a victim? They banned the Indians and the Redskins along with all the others. And Trump is saying that Mount Rushmore will remain the same, that it won't come down. I mean, what do you mean stays the same? That means that they're not going to put Trump's mug on Mount Rushmore? Oh, no. What does he mean? It must mean that they're never going to put Trump's face on Mount Rushmore, or that the Russians aren't going to blow it up like on Call of Duty. Because Mount Rushmore is actually a secret military base. It's like Area 52 or something. Anyway, that's what the government expected to happen was for the Russians to come and destroy Mount Rushmore. But you don't need Russians to destroy anything now. You got all sorts of brothers burning shit down, marching up and down the streets, black armed militias in Atlanta, demanding reparations from drivers on the highways. They're burning cities down to the ground. The Marxist Democrats, working for the Marxist Democrats. COVID-19 is literally a worldwide Marxist coup to destroy all human freedom, to destroy America. You don't need the Russians to invade America anymore. We have plenty of commies here that are willing to destroy U.S. cities on their own. So yeah, no more Cleveland Indians and no more Washington Redskins too. Washington Reptilians. Right? How apropos. And these people I see everywhere, they think they're part of the Marvel Avengers just because they're wearing a mask. Or they think they're some sort of DC comic superhero just because they're wearing a mask. The Coronavirus Avengers. Meet the heroes that make face shields for the medical workers fighting coronavirus behind the enemy lines. I mean, now they think just because they have a shield that they're fucking Captain America. Hey, give me a break. These medical workers, or heroes as they're calling them, they're nothing more than commie crisis actors that are just running around, dancing naked, drinking, and having sex with doctors in empty hospitals. You see, this is what you don't ask yourselves. If the virus is so deadly, then why are the hospitals empty? If the virus is so deadly, then where are all the dead people in the street? I haven't seen anybody die in front of me in the street and just go, I haven't seen anything like that. Why do you have to be tested to see if you have the COVID? Oh, because it's so deadly. Because it's so deadly, you could be perfectly fine, and then, boom, you just die because it's so deadly. I haven't seen anybody die from the COVID and come back to life like a fucking zombie, okay? I have no brains. I'm wearing a mask. Okay? I haven't seen anybody die and come back to life like a zombie. Okay? So, wrong. Try again, dumbass. I'm not buying it. Okay? It's not a disease. It's a communist hoax. And I tell you, these communist bastards, they're getting on my nerves. Everywhere I go, there's some communist bastard that has to get in my face, arguing with me over a mask. I mean, these communist bastards, it's sad that you don't care about others because you don't wear a mask. I said, oh yeah? First of all, you're not wearing a mask, and then you're telling me to wear a mask. You stupid moron. You stupid idiot. I said, oh yeah? You want me to wipe your ass too? Like it's my responsibility to wipe your ass now and look after your health? No, it isn't. Okay? A, it's a fucking hoax. And B, you're breathing in B for bacteria when you wear a mask. I mean, it's like these people are stuck in fucking Sesame Street land.
Oh, Elmo can't wait to sodomize your little kids with his little furry red monster penis and blood sacrifice them to Moloch. Yeah, hurrah! Elmo's trying to fuck your kids. Elmo loves pizza.
That's right, that's Elmo's real voice. With the Nickelodeon and the Viacom and the Sesame Street, all of them supporting these communist Black Lives Matter movements. Okay, that funnel money directly to the Democrats. That's Elmo's real voice.
That's right, Elmo wanna fuck your kids right in front of you and then light them on fire. And then bury them underneath the house. Hail Satan.
These communist bastards are getting in my face. Let me tell you, this communist bastard's lucky he was already toothless because there's nothing else to punch out of his communist mouth. These communist bastards don't have any brains either. But I'm still going to tell you that you have. Have you ever heard of milk? Okay, well, we all know it does a body good. We know it does your teeth good. But you know what else is good for your teeth other than milk? Not fucking with me, Bruce Montalvo, you communist bastards. Because I won't hesitate to make you spit teeth. Okay, because I'm just waiting for the right moment where I could strike so I could punch you right in the fucking nose and make it bleed. And I'm sure if you were to punch me and make my nose would bleed red, white, and blue. Okay, because I'm a warrior. I'm a fighter. I'm a real American. Okay, I'm just like the founding fathers. Now with all the statues of the founding fathers coming down, you know what they should do? They should put them back up with the founding fathers doing a face palm. With the founding fathers doing a face palm because we, the people, have become slaves. They're watching we, the people, become slaves. They're watching us. Right before their dead eyes in the netherworld, they're watching us. The founding fathers are watching Americans become slaves. Okay? Well, there's all this talk of the old slavery. People are neglecting to see that we're about to embark and live under a new era of technotronic slavery. Okay? With the culture wars that are they're not gonna end. They're gonna continue, along with mandatory mask mandates and illegal tracking of your person. I mean, this is total totalitarian authoritarianism, and it's here in the name of some scripted fucking virus that came directly from a movie like Contagion or V for Vendetta. Yeah, it's a different kind of 4th of July this year. That's because it's the 4th of comply. You did it. You finally did it, you communist bastards. Okay, with the communist overthrow of America. This is the 4th of comply. Happy 4th of comply. Stay tuned.
Montalvo Broadcasting Network. Support MBN, Montalvo Broadcasting Network, and shop with us over at Montalvo Store. Go to ebay.com and search in the advanced search. Type in Montalvo Store. Now support Montalvo Broadcasting Network. We have a wide array of books on conspiracy, apparel, and much more. Support your favorite radio station, Montalvo Broadcasting Network, by visiting Montalvo Store on ebay.com.
Tribal, primitive, rustic, Burning Man, punk rock, conceptual subculture for the edgiest, most cutting-edge designs of jewelry today. Go to etsy.com/shop/conceptual subculture, or one word, either by going to Google or search Etsy, ETSY.com, and type in one word, conceptual subculture. You will find the hottest designs using natural stones with wire wrap rings, rough, raw, genuine, semi-precious gemstone jewelry, solid sterling silver, copper, leather, orgonite, bracelets, pendants, chokers, men's copper cups with sterling accents, eco-friendly, repurposed, original, one-of-a-kind design earrings. Support MBN by going to Conceptual Subculture on Etsy. Go to Antique Obsessions for the hottest in jewelry, antiques, repurposed, solid sterling silver, one-of-a-kind, handmade by Bruce and Jaja. Go to our Facebook, which is Antique Obsessions, or you can go to Etsy.com and go to Antique Obsessions, one word, or type it into your Google and find us there.
The stylish and hippest clothing around. Go to Poshmark.com. Poshmark.com at Anti-Culture. At Anti-Culture. The coolest, hippest apparel on the internet. Poshmark.com at Anti-Culture.
Hi, this is Jaja. Come shop with us at Poshmark.com/closet. Poshmark.com/anticulture. Sign up for Poshmark using our code ANTICULTURE. That way you can have $5 in your pocket when you join up and you can buy something from our store. We have mad stuff like upcycle things, Armani, Hurley, O'Neill. We upcycling all kinds of things like LL Bean. And plus we got our tie-dyes and just mad stuff. Just come check us out. Also, you can sell your own stuff too using the Poshmark app. But sign in first using our code ANTICULTURE. And you can find us at Poshmark.com/closet/anticulture. Or when you're up in there, just at Anticulture us. And you can look under the peoples. Check you out. Peace.
With SRN News, I'm Ron DeRockstra. Happy birthday, America. President Trump honored this country's founders during his Salute to America Independence Day celebration from the White House this evening.
244 years ago in Philadelphia, the 56 signers of our Declaration of Independence pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to boldly proclaim this eternal truth that we are all made equal by God.
That followed following a flyover of aircraft from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and current inventory that thrilled the crowd on hand at the National Mall before a spectacular fireworks display. Also at SRNnews.com, the Senate has set the stage for passage of the National Defense Authorization Act when it returns from its 4th of July recess.
Senate Armed Services Committee Chairman James Inhofe says the bill is well-timed.
This weekend, as you celebrate Independence Day, think about what this holiday stands for. Think about what it takes to protect the freedom that we celebrate.
Inhofe says Senate passage is just the latest step in what could be a months-long process.
Very likely it could be November when we actually end up passing this bill.
The bill calls for some $740 billion in defense spending for fiscal 2021. Bob Agnew, Capitol Hill.
Virginia officials ordered the removal of a large American flag from a construction site ahead of the 4th of July holiday, calling it a potential target for people protesting racial injustice and police brutality. Officials from the State Department's General Services asked the contractor to take down the flag from the new office building for state lawmakers that's under construction in Richmond. Now, they're not objecting to a standard-sized flag that's still flying on a crane at the site, but they say that the larger one would be easier to reach. This is SRN News. Trouble for a German pastor.
Prosecutors in Bremen have charged a Protestant clergyman with incitement for comments he made about homosexuality. The unnamed pastor offered his thoughts at a seminar on marriage last year, calling homosexuality, quote, a form of degeneration of society. Authorities say that amounts to hate speech. A Bremen Protestant church committee initiated disciplinary proceedings against the pastor over that comment 2 months ago. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
Religious freedom advocates are cheering Tuesday's Supreme Court decision allowing public funding of religious schools. Douglas Laycock, a law professor at the University of Virginia who co-authored a brief supporting the plaintiffs, describes the decision as incremental in building on a 2017 case that ruled a Missouri church could use a state grant in order to resurface its playground. This is SRN News. We have discarded a mountain of flat-screen TVs, cell phones, and other electronic goods. In fact, it's a record.
An annual study estimated the amount of e-waste that piled up globally in 2019 at 53.6 million metric tons. That's about as heavy as 350 cruise ships the size of the Queen Mary II. Among all the discarded plastic and silicon were large amounts of copper, gold, and other precious metals. While about a sixth of it was recycled, the remainder of these components, worth about $57 billion, were not reclaimed. John Scott reporting.
His birthday's on Saturday. Rhythm and blues musician Ralph Johnson from Earth, Wind & Fire turned 69. Singer John Waite is 68. International Tennis Hall of Famer Pam Shriver celebrating 58 years. And Christian rock singer Michael Sweet, 57. Candles on his cake. More details at srnnews.com. I'm Ron DeRockstra.